Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Grow with Dave. It's I don't know, maybe about 8 o'clock in the morning now, and it's day 8 of the 10-day Drink Ketones Challenge. I just woke up, I drank some ketones, and now I just finished some meditation to prepare myself for the day. About to go out and do my walk. And today I want to talk about a couple things. I want to talk about a little story about self-discipline and how that works and how you can accomplish more. That'll be my tip for today. And I also want to talk about energy drinks or pre-workout versus ketones. All right, so I'm going to get out there and do my walk, and I'll see you guys out there in a few minutes. Okay, guys, I thought that I could shoot this video out here on my walk as usual, but the wind seems to be so heavy. We have a storm coming in South Florida. Hopefully it's not going to be a hurricane. They talked about that there's a possibility of that, and that we're going to get severe tropical storm weather into tonight, into tomorrow. So, and I felt a couple drops of rain. So we're going to go back in the house after I'm done with my walk, and we're going to hit you up with those tips. All right, see you soon. Okay, guys, welcome back. Let's talk about first ketones as opposed to energy drinks or pre-workout, right? So we all know that energy drinks are basically chemicals and they're not healthy for you, but we drink them because we want the energy. Or we use a pre-workout because we want to get a better workout. We want to have energy through that workout. And, there's other properties in there probably like to help you build muscle or whatever it is that they put into some of the pre-workout. I'm not going to get into details about that, but the idea is they want energy, right? You want to be able to push through your day or your workout and feel good at the end, right? Well, a lot of people will go and they'll buy 2 or 3 or 4 energy drinks at a time when they go to the store or the convenience store because they need that many to get through the day. It's very short-lived. Even with a pre-workout, it's very short-lived. It's for the workout, for that period of time that you're there, and then it's over with, right? So why drink them? Well, we want that energy. That's why we're drinking them. But where does it come from? The energy comes from the caffeine that's in there. There's about 300 milligrams or more in a lot of these things of caffeine. That's what's giving you the energy. Now, it's very short-lived. It's for that period of time. But at the same time, some people that are not as used to them, or even if you are, sometimes from all that caffeine, you can get lightheaded, feel a little nauseous, especially if you're working out. You can get the jitters a little bit. You get the shakes where your hands shake a little. So they're not the healthiest things for you. They're not the best things for you. And then when you think of a pre-workout, you search around which is the best one, and the ones that are most advertised are usually the ones that people buy, like C4 and all these other things. And yeah, I've taken them. I understand why you're taking them. I'm not knocking them in that sense. I'm just giving you a better fuel source, a better option to look at, which is ketones. Now, the difference is ketones themselves are the energy source. It's a product, or no, I'm saying not a product, but it's part of your body. It's a fuel source you already have in your body. We don't know about this because the government, the food pyramid, diets, they don't talk about that because they only talk about the glucose and how sugar is bad for you and how to get rid of that. But there's another fuel source in our body that our ancestors lived on. There was feast and famine, right? When there was no food, they lived off their body fat. When you metabolize body fat, it produces ketones. And if you've ever lost a lot of weight before, you notice you start to feel good, you start doing more. Why? Because that fuel source of ketones that are increasing in your body is giving you more energy and feeling better. And we want to live more on ketones than glucose. And if we can do that, we're going to feel better on a regular basis. Now, with Pruvit's ketones that you can drink, that's giving you the end result right away to be a catalyst, to jumpstart your weight loss, to jumpstart your energy and everything. And it's not short-lived. It's lasts up to 5 hours, depending on the person, of natural energy, not the jitters or anything like that, but the way that you're supposed to feel. I always say to people, you don't know what it's like on the other side until you get there. And I didn't know, even before ketones. And I'm going to post a couple videos on my results and what happened when I started doing a specific program of eating and in 70 days lost over 60 pounds. Okay, now today, 5 years later, it took 5 years, but I have gained at least half of that back at this point, right? But the ketones have kind of kept me at bay on a regular basis by drinking those, and now I'm on my decline back down in the other direction due to the habits that I'm having every single day. So ketones are a much better fuel source for your body, for your brain. As we get older, glucose is harder for the brain to utilize. So ketones are a fuel source that go right to the brain, give you more energy, more focus. Everything starts in the brain. It has a lot of signaling properties, and there's a lot of things in the Pruvit ketones that help you on a cellular level, all the way down to a DNA level, that are working synergistically for you to produce your own ketones by drinking this on a regular basis, right? So why not have something that can last 90% of your day, have sustained energy, natural, and be healthy for you, okay? Big difference than drinking 2 or 3 energy drinks a day or a pre-workout. So is ketones from Pruvit a pre-workout? Is it an energy drink? Well, yes and no, because you can use them in that way. You'll have all the energy you need. You'll have a great workout because ketones oxygenate better, and you feel like you can just keep working out. They also preserve muscle. So after your workout, so you don't need after your workout anything, because the ketones themselves are muscle sparing. So that's what ketones do. That's why you should drink those as opposed to energy drinks or pre-workout. I'm not telling you to change your habits. All I'm telling you is to look into it and see how they work. Try ketones and see how it changes how your workout goes and how your day goes. All right, so with that being said, let's talk about what we want to talk about. The tip today is self-discipline. Those of you that know me, I was a martial arts instructor for most of my life. I owned my own gym at 21 years old. I've been doing it since I was 10 years old, and not as much in the last 7 or 8 years, but that's what I did for most of my life. That's how I earned a living. I motivated people. I taught people. It was a great experience in my life. I loved every moment of it, okay? I don't do it any longer. I will give a story out one day in one of these videos about how my life has progressed to the point that it is now and where I'm at now and what I'm doing now. But let's talk about something that I learned through the martial arts as a child and what I did for other people. It was a system of self-discipline, how to start something and how to finish it, and how to take that goal and break it into smaller, more tangible goals. And what is that system? It's the martial arts belt system, right? What's the ultimate goal in martial arts? What would you want to achieve? Everyone would say a black belt. Well, where do you start? At a white belt. When you start at a white belt, you know absolutely nothing when you walk into a martial arts location. And most people, there's some people that know a little bit, but let's say you know nothing at all, which is 90% of the people. You get a white belt, you start learning some techniques, you start learning how to stand, you start learning how to punch and how to kick, some basic things, you start hitting a heavy bag, and you start improving and learning those basic techniques. And usually every martial arts school will have a standard of things that you need to know and be proficient at before you can move to the next level, okay, which will be the next belt. So you're kind of a beginner for the first few belts, but you're achieving small goals, and it feels great to earn that next level, right? Almost like climbing a ladder of success. So once you get to like the midpoint, let's say that might be 3 or 4 belts in, you're starting to get to the advanced level. Or intermediate level, where you start learning more and start putting things together and start getting better at what you're doing. And then eventually you get to the ultimate point where all of these things that you've learned and you put in the hours and you've really achieved a level that is phenomenal, you earn a black belt, right? So when you earn that black belt, that is the ultimate goal. But how did you get there? You had to break it down. You had to learn this punch first, and that punch had to be proficient. Your stance had to be right. You had to learn a couple other techniques before you could move to the next level. But then once you've mastered, let's say the 20 or 30 techniques that are involved in there or whatever somebody's teaching you, and you've done each one of them over 10,000 times, and you become proficient, you get to the point of earning a black belt. And that's what self-discipline is. So let's relate it to your everyday life. You're starting from nothing. You want to lose 20 pounds. How do you get there? Well, a lot of people will say, well, you know what, I'm going to go out there, I'm going to do this. I'm going to run 3 miles a day. I'm going to start eating better. I'm going to go shopping. I'm going to buy all these different things. There's healthy food and everything else. And I'm going to do, at night, I'm going to go out for a walk. And you put all these things in your head and you get very excited, but it's going to be difficult for you to accomplish all those things. You want to go from white belt to black belt in one day. And one of our things is don't teach your white belts like they're black belts, right? Give them what they can handle. So for you, starting out, you got to be your own instructor. You have to say, okay, I'm starting from nothing. I'm going to get out there and I'm going to walk every single day for X amount of distance or X amount of time. And then I'll increase as I get better and as I feel better. And don't put pressure on yourself to say you have to do something by a certain day. Just get out there and walk every day. Maybe you say to yourself, I'm going to make a better choice for one meal a day. I'm eating 3 meals a day. 1 meal a day is going to be perfect, and I'm going to do that every single day. So that would be a white belt. Get proficient at that. Then when you have accomplished that and that has become easy for you, then you add something else. Okay, and that's the idea of self-discipline. Smaller, more tangible goals for yourself in order to achieve the ultimate goal. And you could even put things in place kind of like a belt system for the martial arts. You can use it for your everyday life and say, when I achieve here, I get this belt. When I achieve here, I get this belt. So you can do that for yourself. Or you could be something else. You might buy yourself something. You should reward yourself for your successes because that's what's going to keep you going. That's going to motivate you. So that's my story today of self-discipline and how the martial arts relates to your everyday life, starting from a white belt, going to a black belt of your ultimate goal, and breaking down that goal into smaller, more tangible goals. So let me know if you guys are starting something in the comments and if this helped you to get an idea of getting out there and doing something every single day. Again, this is Grow with Dave. Thanks for listening to me again, guys. And don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, hit the bell icon so that you get the other videos that are coming out. And I'll see you guys in the next video.